for Jack and Clarissa. Yeah, they're great hosts. My name is Stewart. I don't know if you heard that. Being named Stewart has been my cross to bear in this lifetime, I'm sure you can imagine. Right? For years, it was my dream and my goal and my ambition to have sex with a guy named Stewart. Right? And I did recently. Thank you. Thank you. And he still forgot my name immediately after. It didn't matter. It's fine. I moved here to New York to be an actor, but I just found out I'm a much better waitress. That's really my thing. I've been waitressing at this restaurant. I have to go in the morning and like set up tables outside, and the other morning I was setting up tables, and this like really creepy guy walks past me and he's like, "Excuse me, miss," and I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna ignore this creepy guy, you know, and then he says it again. He's like, "Excuse me, miss," and finally I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I just wanted to let you know that you guys have a beautiful establishment, and I wish you guys a lot of luck with your business." I was like, "Are you catcalling the restaurant right now and not me?" That's so rude. That's horrible. I love being a waitress. My favorite, the worst thing, so when you're a waitress, I don't know if you guys know, are we waiters in here, or are you guys better than me? What's happening? Waiters, clap if you're a waiter. Besides John. He's a bartender, that's better. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but if you're a waiter, literally none of you guys are waiters. You guys like live in Brooklyn.
Got one.
Yes, okay. So if you're a waiter, she said I'm not, bitch. Okay. So, must be nice for you. Okay, so if you're a waiter, like you work your whole shift, you're like bringing people food, and then the restaurant closes and you have to stay after for like 20 to 30 minutes doing this. You're nodding, but you weren't there for me when I asked if anyone was a waiter. So anyways, you stay after for like 30 minutes doing this thing called your numbers, where you like calculate your like cash tips, your credit card tips, and it's always so much math, and I'm always like, if we could do math, we wouldn't be waiters. What's happening? You guys are like, we aren't waiters, bitch. You're poor. Okay. Yes, when I first moved to New York, I was like, I'm gonna be an actress. I was like so good. I like went to auditions. I was like working super hard, and now I've just gotten so lazy. Like I don't do anything, you know. You know that happens with life. But so one thing I do is I get on this website called Backstage, and you can submit on Backstage. You can submit to be a background actor on like shows, right? So that's what I do, because it's the laziest thing you can do. You just send in your picture, and they're like yes or no. But I've been doing it for a while, and I recently got cast in something. I was so excited. I got cast to be an extra on Blue Bloods. Right? Yeah. But then I found out it was for a Police Lives Matter protester. I'm like, they just saw that I was like chubby and white, and they were like, that looks Republican. We'll go with that. That looks great. That looks very Republican to us. Yeah, that was so humbling. But you know, I don't like to think of myself as a failed actor. I like to think of my mom as a failed stage mom. Yeah. Right? Like, what was she doing? Thank you. Give it up for that. What was she doing? This is kind of mean, but I do not get along with my mom at all. We're like not close. We just don't see eye to eye. Mostly because I find her to be like very mean and cold, but also very poor. And I feel like if you're a mom, you should have to pick one. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, you can be like a rich mom who's mean, or you can be like a poor mom who hugs their kids, right? You know what I mean? With my mom, I'm like, if you're gonna call me fat at dinner, you have to pay for the dinner. That's just the way it works. That's just how it has to happen. That was a Christmas joke in the spirit of Christmas. Very family. I'm seeing her next week. It's gonna go great. Yeah, she is very like. It's kind of cool though. I'm from like the South, so a lot of my family is like super like trailer trash, like Republican people. But my mom is actually super liberal, which is nice. Except for during the last election, she started to do something that really grossed me out. She started referring to herself as a nasty woman on Facebook. I had to be like, Mom, you're not a nasty woman in the way that like Hillary's a nasty woman. You're a nasty woman in the way that you're a hoarder who lives in Arkansas. Thank you. Is anyone here from the South? Don't show yourself. It's not in right now. We're not killing it down there. I am from Arkansas. Being from Arkansas is kind of weird because it's like in the middle of the country and no one knows where it is, right? I read a statistic recently that Arkansas and Delaware are the two most forgotten states, and I straight up did not know Delaware was a state. So I had no idea. I like being from Arkansas though. It makes me like super polite. You know, I always say like, yes ma'am and no sir, like thank you. And I always ask guys first before I come on their face. Very cool. Are we there? Are we there? Fun time? Can we go there? Should we go there or should I tell more Arkansas jokes? I have one joke to say. I like to watch porn. Do we watch porn? Yes. I know. I like to watch porn though. I like to watch porn for feminist reasons though. You know, I think the women are so inspiring and brave. You know, they'll just like walk up to their stepdads and convince them to fuck them. And I'm so in awe of their bravery. I can't even convince regular people to fuck me. It's great. Okay, I'll go back to Arkansas. We didn't like that. Okay. So my family, so I told you guys my family's super redneck, super white trash. So last year for Christmas, we did, have you guys heard of this thing, 23andMe? Yeah, it's where you spit in a cup and then you mail it to someone and they tell you you're like probably black, right? That's what they do. White people are like, I'm 1% black. I'm like, you're not. Okay. It's fine. So my cousins last year, they asked for 23andMe for Christmas. It's like really expensive. It's like $200. So they asked for it for Christmas and they got the results and they got so excited. They like brought it to our dinner table at Christmas. And they're like, oh my gosh, we're so excited. We got our 23andMe results. Our family descends from this long line of Scottish royals. And I'm like, yeah, but we all just like live in Arkansas now. Right, like we've fallen so far. There's nothing to brag about. They're like, our great-great-grandfather married a Scottish princess. And I'm like, our cousin just got married and she walked down the aisle to God Bless the Broken Road by the Rascal Flats. Just last year. It's bad, thank you. I was a waitress, but I actually just now got a new job. I just got a job as a receptionist at a finance firm. Thank you. It's so boring. It's horrifying. Do you guys have 9-to-5 jobs? You guys have no jobs. You're not waiters. What's happening? It's like midnight on a Sunday and you're all drinking. Okay. So we have no jobs. So we have rich, mean parents. Okay, it's fine. So I got this job. It's so boring. I do nothing all day. I just sit in front of like this computer screen and I do nothing all day. So I'm trying to find like little ways to keep myself like awake and interested at work. So one thing I'll do, I don't know if you guys relate to this, one thing I'll do is I'll get a huge bottle of water and I'll fill it up and then I'll drink it and then I'll pee. And I just do that kind of all day. That's all I do. But I do, so there's this, so another thing I'll do to like keep myself awake, there's this old man I work with, he's like 70-ish, but he's kind of hot. You know, like he's like Eugene Levy hot, ladies. Eugene Levy, the eyebrows. Okay, so I have invented, you know. He's hot. Yeah. I don't get it, but I'm laughing. She's hilarious. Okay. So, oh, yes. Okay. It's great. Shit's great. It's also great. Okay, so I'll go. So to keep myself awake, I've like sort of invented in my head that he likes me, and so I'll like flirt with him. You know what I mean? So I'll go into his office and I'll like drop off papers and I'll be like, the train was so crowded this morning. You know, flirting. Yeah, and he likes me too, I think. But I recently found out that his wife has cancer. Yeah. So I think now we're definitely gonna fuck. Right? Okay. That was what I was leading you guys on, so. Can I say I feel bad, but this isn't the most. Okay, sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone. This has been fun. This has been real, it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. Okay, give it up for Jack.